Okay friends, we will continue. So we have done with DPP. We have to do some problem. You can take question number, I think in okay, page number 10.10, 10.10, Jigyasa Limit India Limited problem. You can read the question. Okay, so what is given in the question? Jigyasa India Limited has 30 retail stores of uniform sizes. Then fruity and sweetie retails across the country. Mainly three products, namely butter jelly, fruits, nuts, and icy cola sold through these retail stores. So there is a company, and what is the name of this company? JIL. And what does this company do? This company is having retail stores of uniform size. Retail stores. How many retail stores? They say that there are 30 retail stores across the country. Mainly three products, butter jelly, fruits and nuts, and icy cool are sold through the retail stores. Okay, so this is selling three products. One is butter jelly, then fruits and nuts, then icy cool. Okay, so these are the three products. Now what do they say regarding the storage? JL maintains stocks for all retail stores in a centralized warehouse. So stock is maintained in a centralized warehouse. Goods are to be transported from the warehouse to the retail stores as per requisition raised by the stores. So transportation from warehouse to the retail stores. Okay. Then goods are transported to the stores through two types of ones, that is normal and refrigerated. So transportation is through two types of van. One is normal van and then refrigerated van. Okay, why normal van? Normal van is required for transporting goods which does not require refrigeration, and refrigerated vans are goods vans required for transporting the refrigerated goods which require refrigeration. Okay, then cost per month of GIL is under warehouse cost, labor staff cost, then refrigeration cost, material handling cost, then head office cost, salary wages, then office administration, retail stores, labor related, refrigeration, and other costs. So if you see, there are three types of cost: warehouse, head office, and retail stores. And out of this warehouse and retail, there is something called refrigeration cost. And this refrigeration cost will be incurred only for those products which require refrigeration, and other costs will be required for all the three products together, right? Then average transportation cost of JL per trip to any retail cost are as follows: normal van 3,200, refrigerated van 4,900. That also is an information for allocating the cost between the products. The chief financial officer, chief financial manager asked his finance managers to calculate profitability based on three products sold through Fruity and Sweetie retail stores rather than traditional method of calculating profitability. Yes. The company's financial officer, chief financial manager, wants the company to, or the finance managers to adopt which method? DPP method. Okay, product-wise profitability. Then, the following information regarding the retail stores are generated. Number of cartons per cubic meter, M cubed, 42, 28, 40. Number of items per carton in units. Each carton will contain 30, 144 and 72. Sales per month, units, 18,4608 and 1158. This is in month. Time in warehouse in months, 1.5, 0.5. Time in retail stores in months. Then selling price per unit, then purchase price per unit. Butter and icy cool are required to be kept under refrigerator condition. Yes. So out of these three, butter and icy cool require what? Refrigeration, and fruit and nuts does not require any refrigeration. Additional information: total volume of all goods sold per month 40,000 meter cube. Total volume of refrigerated goods sold per month 25,000, and carrying volume of each van, that is 64 m cube. Calculate profit per unit using DPP. Yes. Okay, so you have to do the working note number 1. Okay, first is warehouse related costs we have to identify, right? Okay, there are two types of cost. One is those costs which are exclusively for refrigerated cost products, and the other cost which will be there for all the three products. Okay, so I'm calling it as general cost. General cost means for all three products. Then refrigeration cost, that means only for products requiring refrigeration. Okay, now here you should start with first cost, labor and staff. What is the labor and staff cost here? 27,000. Which category it will come? Labor and staff cost will be required for all the three products, so it will come under general cost. Then you have refrigeration cost of 1,52,000. That will be only for the second category, so 1,52,000. Okay, then next is material handling cost. Material handling cost is a general cost, so 28,000 should be here. Total cost will be 55,000 and 1,52,000. This has to be apportioned. How do you apportion? You have to apportion it based on the volume. Okay, so this has to be, you can write here, apportioned based on the volume of products. Okay, so here I can take volume of goods sold. And it is given. Am I right? What is the volume given? Where is the information? Total volume of all goods sold per month 40,000 meter cube. Total volume refrigerated goods alone sold per month, it is 25,000. So here this has to be based on 40,000 m cube and this has to be based on 25,000 m cube. Okay. Here cost per m cube and per month. Okay, so what we are doing here, we are taking the cost one by one, warehouse related cost. Okay, and warehouse related cost itself, there are two types of cost. One is general cost, and general cost has to be apportioned to all the three types of products. Okay, and whereas in the case of refrigeration cost, it has to be allocated only to those products which require refrigeration. So there are only two products, and we know what is the total volume of goods sold. Okay, that is directly given, and total volume of goods, refrigerated goods sold, that is also separately given. So the general cost has to be apportioned based on the volume of goods sold, whereas refrigeration cost has to be apportioned based on the volume of the refrigerated products. Okay, so and you are getting, this is an ABC cost driver. Okay, so cost per meter cube, this will be rupees 1.38 here, and here it will be 6.08. Okay, right. Now working note number 2, you have to do the allocation. This is only basis of allocation. Then allocation of warehouse related cost. Okay, allocation of warehouse related cost. You have products, then time spent in warehouse. They have given that each of the products, butter jelly, it is kept in the warehouse for 1 month, whereas fruits and nuts, it's kept for 1.5 months, and icy cool 0.5 months. And for each month, each meter cube of these products will have a cost of 1.38 general cost and 6.08 for refrigerated cost. Okay, so you can find out what is the cost per meter cube. Okay, so cost per meter cube. Products, first product is butter jelly. Butter jelly has to be kept in the warehouse for how many months? 1 month. Okay, so tell me, is it a refrigerated cost or a general product, non-refrigerated product? This is a refrigerator, so it will require both general cost as well as refrigeration cost. General cost will be apportioned, will be rupees 1.38 plus refrigeration cost will be rupees 6.08 per meter cube. And how many months is required? 1 month. Okay, so what will be the cost per meter cube? It will be 7.46 per meter cube. Is it clear? Now going to the next one. After butter jelly, you have fruits and nuts. Okay, you require 1.5 months. Okay, and fruits and nuts is not a refrigerated product, so it will have only the general cost. So general cost is how much? 1.38. Okay, into 1.5 month. Okay, so what will be the total cost? 1.38 into 1.5 will be 2.07 per meter cube. Next is IC cool. IC cool. What is the time? It is 0.5 months. Again, it is a refrigerated product, so it requires 1.38 plus 6.08. But the problem is, it is required to be kept in the warehouse only for half month. So 0.5 months. So this will be 1.38 plus 6.08 divided by 2. That is 3.73. Okay, 3.73. Is it clear? So this is how the products are, the warehouse related costs are allocated to per meter cube of these products. Okay, so here the unit is taken to be per meter cube because you don't have any other matter of the factor of conversion given in the question. So we are taking the cost, we are computing the cost per meter cube. Okay, now going further, you will have to take the next type of cost, that is retail stores related cost. Same calculation will be applicable for retail stores. So working note number 3. Retail stores related cost. How much? Again, you can classify into two: general cost and refrigeration cost. 1 minute. Okay, retail stores related cost. Also, you can classify into two, that is general cost and refrigeration cost. Okay, so what is the classification? Labor related cost 33,000. Is a general cost, so 33,000. Then next is refrigeration cost 1,09,000. $1,09,000. Then other cost to the extent of 47,000, which is a general cost. So total cost will be 80,000 and here 1,09,000. And volume of goods sold, it is already available. Here it is 40,000 meter cube and here it is 25,000 meter cube. So cost per meter cube. Here it will be 4.36 meter cube. Okay, so these are the rates. Now what you have to do, again you will have to find the allocate it to the respective products. Okay, so working out number 4, allocation of the products time in store. We know how much time each product is kept in the retail store. So based on that time, which is given in months, you have to find out what is the cost that is relevant for per cube or for meter cube of these products. So cost per meter cube. Butter jelly, it's kept for 1 month. So butter jelly is a refrigerated product. So rupees 2 plus rupees 4.36 into 1, that is 6.36 per meter cube. Then fruits and nuts. Fruits and nuts are kept 2 months. It is rupees 2 into 2 rupees 4 per meter cube. Next is IC cool. IC cool 1 month, but it is a refrigerated product. So meter cube. Okay, this is how it is allocated to the various products. Now what do you have to do? We have one more cost. What is that? Head office cost. What do you say about the head office cost? Are we going to consider this head office cost in DPP? No. So you can write a note to that extent. Since head office cost represent the cost allocated to the divisions, it is not considered in computing DPP. Okay, direct product profitability. Okay, now one more cost is there. Which is that? You have transportation cost. Okay, so next is working note number 3, 4, 5. Transportation cost. You have got two types of cost, vans here, normal van and refrigerated van. Okay, the cost is separate for these types of vans. Now how do you allocate this transportation cost? You know what is the volume of these vans, or how much volume of product can be transported through these vans, and you know what is the average cost of transportation through this van. If you know these two things, then what you can do, you can compute what is the average transportation cost per meter cube for each of these products. Okay, out of these three products, two products, that is the first product and the third one, uh, has to be, that is butter jelly and icy cool, has to be transported in refrigerated van, and only food and nuts can be transported in the normal van. Okay, so it will be another cost per tip is given 3,200 and 4,900. Then volume of van, what is it? 64 meter cube. This is also 64 meter cube. Okay, so cost per meter cube transported. Okay, one trip can transport 64 meter cube products, and we know what is the average cost per trip. So cost per meter cube transported will be 3,200 divided by 64, that is rupees 50 per meter cube, and here 4,900 divided by 64, that will come to 76.56 meter cube. Okay, next is now what you have to do, you have to compute. Ultimately you need to find out what the product cost per meter cube, per product. Okay, now whatever cost you have calculated, it is based on per meter cube. So you have to see how many units is included in per meter cube of each of these products. Then only you can find out the product cost per meter cube. Okay, so calculation of number of items per meter cube. Okay, so you can write here DPP should be presented per unit of the product. However, the costs are apportioned and allocated based on meter cube. Okay, now how do you compute this? You have the products and then you have number of cartons. Okay, and you know what is the number of items per carton, then number of items per meter cube. How do you compute this? You have the information here. What information you have? Number of cartons per meter cube is given. Okay, so and you know the number of items per carton. Okay, so what you can do, you can find out number of items per meter cube. Okay, so number of cartons per meter cube is 42. Number of items per carton is 300. So number of items per meter cube will be 300 into 42, 12,600. Similarly, next, foods and nuts. Number of cartons per meter cube is 28, and number of items is 144. So 144 into 28, it will be 4032. Then IC code 40 72 40 into 72 72 into 40 will be 2880. So you got the total cost per meter cube as well as the number of units per meter cube. Okay, so now you can compute the statement of DPP. Direct product profitability. Statement of direct product profitability. You have three products: butter jelly, then fruits and nuts, then you have icy cool. Okay, so you should start with what? The selling price per unit. Am I right? Okay, selling price per unit is given. What is the selling price per unit? 84, 42, 26. 84, 42 and 26. Next line was purchase price per unit. So less purchase price per unit is 76, 34, 22. 76, 34 and 22. So you will get the contribution per unit. Contribution, or I can call it as margin per unit. 8 here, 8 here, 4 here. Okay, then what you have to do? You have to allocate the direct product cost. Then cost. First, it should be based on the meter cube, then you convert into per unit. Okay, so first is warehouse related. Warehouse related. How much do you have? 7.46, 2.07, 3.73. 7.46, 2.07, 3.73. Then retail store related. What is retail store related? Retail store related will be 6.364 and 6.36. Then next is transportation cost. Transportation related. Transportation related will be how much? Do you have any information regarding the transportation? See, what you have to do is you have normal van cost and refrigerated van cost. The first two products have to be transported in refrigerated van, and the not the first one, the butter jelly and icy cool have to be transported to refrigerated vans, whereas fruits and nuts have to be transported to normal vans. So here it will be 76.56, here it is 50, and here 76.56. Okay, so total cost per meter cube. Okay, this will be 7.46 plus 6.36 plus 76.56, 90.38. Here 2.07 plus 4 plus 50, that is 56.07, and here 3.73 plus 6.36 plus 76.56, it will come to 86.65. Okay, so this is the cost per meter cube. Now you have to convert this into total number of units, cost per unit. So items per meter cube, it is available 12,600, 4032 and 2880. Okay, so here cost will be the overhead cost per unit. Okay, you divide 90.38 divided by 12,600, you will get it as 0.007. Then 56.07 divided by 4032, that is 0.014. 86.65 divided by 2880, 0.030. Okay, so total cost per unit. Total cost per unit. How do you compute total cost per unit? You have to add, this is 1 and this is 2. So 1 plus 2 will give you how much? 8 plus 007. Okay, 8 is this is actually contribution. So contribution minus total cost, we can't find out because we have already computed contribution here. So what you can do is you can straight away compute the profit per unit. Okay, instead of computing cost per unit, you can compute profit per unit. How do you compute profit per unit? Contribution minus the cost. So 8 minus 0.007, that will be 7.993. Next one, here it is 8 minus 0.014, that is 7.986. Here 4 minus 0.030, that will be 3.97. This is the cost per unit. Okay, so you can conclude. What is the question asked? Calculate the profit per unit using DPP method. Therefore, the profit per unit as per direct product profitability method is rupees 7.993 per unit, 7.986 per unit, and rupees 3.97 per unit of the three products. Which are the three products? Okay, jelly, butter, jelly, fruits and nuts, and IC cool respectively. Okay, so this is DPP. Now what do you have to do? Is there any other question in this? It's the same answer. Number of cartons. Direct product profit 7.993. Yes, we got the same answer. 7.986 and 3.97. Okay, so that is done. Then you will have to move to the next problem. You can write the heading customer profitability analysis. Customer profitability analysis. Customer profitability analysis. CPA. Okay. How do you compute the customer profitability analysis? Likewise, you computed the profitability for each of the products separately. There may be situations where you will have to compute the profitability on customer wise. Okay, especially in case of service organizations like banks, then you may have insurance companies, okay, financial institutions, and even in case of manufacturing companies, if you have multiple customers, let us say customer A, customer B, customer C, you may have to compute how much profit is given by customer A, then B and C. Why is it required? It will help you to arrive at a conclusion as to which customer is yielding, is giving you more profit to the entity, and you can take a decision on which how the resources have to be allocated to the respective customers. Okay, the customer which gives you higher profit should be given more focus. The customer which gives you lower profit should be excluded from your focus point. Okay, so to take decisions like that, you need to determine the profitability of the customers. Okay, right. So you can write CPA. What do you do here? Yeah, determining the profits per customer. Okay, generally this is applicable for entities offering different prices or incentives to different types of customers. If an entity is going to give same terms for all the customers, then there is no much relevance in terms of customer profitability analysis, because whether you sell your product to A, B or C, you are going to charge same price, same incentives, everything same. Then you just need to be concerned only about the volume. How many units you are selling to A, how many units you are selling to B, and how many units you are selling to C. There won't be any much difference. But suppose you are providing goods to these customers at a different prices, or at a price which may vary between the customers, like due to incentives or due to discounts, etc., etc. In that case, you will have to compute the customer wise profitability. Okay, so it is applicable for entities offering different prices or incentives to different types of customers. Okay, or applicable for service entities mainly focused on providing services to the customers. Okay, example, banks or hotels, then insurance companies, etc. Okay, now what are the benefits of customer profitability analysis? Benefits of customer profitability analysis. There are many benefits for the CPA. Main benefit is you can identify the customer contributing to the profits or eroding your profits. Certain customers may erode your existing profits also, because the terms given to such customers are very liberal that it is not viable for your entity. So they may be eroding your existing profits. So both has to be identified. Okay, then this will help to change the focus of management. Okay, it will help to better deployment of scarce resources. Okay, if some resources are very limited, you have to deploy those resources to the high profitable customers, not to low profitable customers. So that decision can be taken based on this. Okay, right. Now that are the major benefits of customer profit analysis. Now what you have to do? Straight away you will have to start doing the problems. Okay. Now before that I will need 5 minutes because my pen is draining the chart, so I need 5 minutes for that. Okay.